Hi, this is Debbie again. Welcome back to Cheyenne Life, and I believe this is going to be whatever part that it is. I'll figure it out in just a moment after I've gotten the videos up and loaded, but I want to go ahead and show you the rest of the process for putting together the chicken and gnocchi soup. And let me just come back around. And I also wanted to let you know what 2 chicken breasts equal up to that I was telling you about earlier. A lot of chicken, as you can see. So 2 chicken breasts, and then I put the other 2 chicken breasts either in a Ziploc bag in the freezer or a Ziploc bag into the fridge, depending on what we're going to be doing with that chicken in the next couple of days. Then again, I still have my spinach here, but right now we're going to be working on the spices, and it called for a ½ teaspoon of salt, which I'm actually going to use a bit more salt since we did double the recipe. Not exactly a teaspoon. I don't think that's quite enough. You can do it to taste. That's how I actually do it. And we don't eat a whole lot of salt here, so this kind of salt will not cause any issues. So, at least for us. And teaspoon, and I don't really measure a whole lot because I have a rough estimate in my head of how much that we're going to need. But you really don't need a whole lot of salt in this recipe because buying natural selection with the half and half and the milk and stuff like that, it's not like it's going to be very bland. It's actually not a bland soup at all. It has so much flavor in it. It's so delicious. And then after that, we're going to add the thyme and the parsley. And the thyme, there was a ½ teaspoon of each. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and add up a whole teaspoon. And I do have my spices here ready. And I dry and keep all of my own spices out of the garden, as you can see. And I have them all sorted by just Ziploc bags. And we fill them up as much as possible with thyme. And this is my elf thyme and the standard thyme that I had saved this year and dried. So again, it's going to be about a teaspoon or what that I feel is necessary. For myself, I like a lot of thyme, and so does the rest of my family. So that's what we're going to do. And what I do is I just kind of crush it up in my hand as I go. And since we do our own thyme here, there does have a tendency to be little pieces of some stuff in there sometimes that I just go ahead and pick out as I'm using it. Alright. That is the thyme, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the parsley. And with that, because I had such a large area of parsley this past season, we have a lot of parsley, and I'm still going to dry more because they always need it. And spices you can keep for so long dried, and they actually just increase in flavor rather than decrease. So don't throw your spices out. In my opinion, just make sure you read to see which ones keep longer. Okay, and that is the parsley. And nutmeg. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that. We did keep it up in our other spice rack, and as you can see, I have quite a large spice rack. I love this spice rack. That's actually the pumpkin pie spice, so I grabbed the wrong one. So it looks like I did use all of the nutmeg last time that I was making this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and grab out the other bottle of nutmeg that I have, and I think that it was a ¼ teaspoon. So it's going to be about a ½ teaspoon with it being doubled. of course, just go ahead and give it a whirl. And I wish that you could be here because it smells so good already. And this actually feeds not only us, we do send some soup over to a friend of ours who just has been going through a lot with cancer. And he has just gotten done with radiation and chemo, and we will send some of this soup over to, because it's really easy for him to eat and go down through his throat because he had throat cancer. All right, and looks like that is it. And then we're just gonna add in the chicken. All right, and that is the chicken. And just give it another, I give it a stir every single time I add something in, or a bunch of something, so that way it just keeps it all mixed together well. And again, I have it back down on medium high, which was about 5 or 6 on my electric stove here in the United States. In Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, that is. And it's starting to get a little bit frothy on the top, which tells me that it's going to start boiling soon. I'm going to go ahead and add in the gnocchi, and then I will put the spinach in and then give it about 25 minutes to cook. I will put the lid on while it is cooking, and again 25 minutes on medium high. Lower it if it starts to boil over, and in about 25 minutes you'll have chicken and gnocchi soup ready to eat. So it takes about 45 minutes in total. My grandson right now, who I watch through the weekdays while my daughter is working, he will be waking up here soon because he's right now taking a nap. He went down at about 12:30, and it is 2:15 here today. So once he wakes up, I started cooking about midway through his nap, and he'll be having chicken and gnocchi soup. And you can serve that with sourdough bread, which is my preference, and or some fruits, or however you want to serve the soup. If you want to make it a side dish and then you have a main entree, that's great, but we always have the soup as the main entree. So thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more, and I will try to do some more of these recipes like this, and maybe with a little bit better equipment or a tripod, so that way you can see more of the action going on. So I wish everyone well, and for the rest of your day, and see you in the next one.